voice of the community.
I am Dr. Bizness.
And I'm your one and only Lady G.U.N.S, which means, as always, I am greatness under no stipulation.
Why, as always?
As always, what else am I going to be except greatness under no stipulation?
You break it,
it's
you
not
load
an
it.
option. There's no plan B.
Well, there could be.
It could be, but for me, greatness under no stipulations. No stipulations means I don't get to have excuses. I have to come with it. Life is going to happen. I cannot stop it. But the thing is, am I going to let it stop me? So, as always, I am greatness under no stipulations. If you find me not in a always moment, I'm asleep.
Oh.
That's right. I ain't going to tell what you going to find if I'm asleep.
You don't.
I don't wake up. No, I don't wake up like this.
Oh.
No, sir.
Okay.
It'd be rough nights. You ever slept so good you woke up tired? Like, woo! I feel like I need to go back and finish that up.
Okay.
That's my kind of sleeping.
Who might you be?
I am SERANNE WYNTER, the host of Integrity Talk on WDRBmedia.
And the owner of SERANNE Rap.
Wish I was the owner of SERANNE Rap. And, little known fact, there is actually a mountain in the south of France near Montpellier named SERANNE.
It is.
So I will be here in perpetuity.
It is.
My short Integrity Talk radio airs Tuesdays at 3:30 Eastern Standard Time here on WDBR Radio.
WDRB.
Did I say DRB? Sorry.
Dyslexia setting in.
Dyslexia is setting in. So that's what happens when the age starts to get to you.
Bless her, bless
Well,
her.
I'll be here in perpetuity as well. Businesses are always abound.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, so businesses
So,
will.
hear that, folks? You
That's
will
right.
never get rid of us.
Ever. We don't die, we multiply.
There you go.
Be afraid. Be very
Be
afraid.
very afraid.
So Integrity Radio. Some
Integrity
of the things.
Talks.
Are you contradicting me?
What's the name of your show?
What did we have?
What is
what
the
did we
name of
talk?
your
What
show?
did,
What's the name of your show?
Integrity Talks.
Radio.
Like
Okay.
I said, Integrity Talks Radio. See,
No,
Integrity
Talk Radio,
Talk
no
Radio.
S.
Integrity. Yeah. That.
I'm
See.
gonna do it like you just turn it into a whole integrity talk, integrity talk,
It's
integrity
mumble
talk.
rap. Whatever you want it to be,
Got it.
that's what it'll be.
Got it.
So what are some of the things that you will be endeavoring to do to have people to tune in and listen to all the greatness?
Right. So, one of the things, like I said, I want to highlight independent artists because, as we know, it's not just talent that gets you to the Grammys. It's exposure.
Absolutely.
So I want to help out because you can go to any open mic in Charlotte, and talent is not in short supply.
That is true.
Absolutely.
So I would like to help the wider world hear wider.
Wider, not the whiter. Wider.
It's your show, so
We want to help the whiter world understand the darker world.
Well, I'm not sure if we can achieve that. But
Listen,
so I would like to help artists be heard outside of their normal environs. Let's put it that way.
Excellent.
that's awesome.
So that's one of the things that I want to do. Another, some of the other things that the show will be about is I want to help people develop a purpose and help them sort of achieve that.
Right.
Help people turn down the negativity in their minds and turn up the positivity, because I think that we as people are not aware of the greatness within us.
Absolutely.
And we allow
That is very true.
other people to turn us down.
And circumstances and the
Yes.
environment and what you see is what is all you'll ever get type
Right.
thing. And that's where the greatness under no stipulation comes from. John 14:12 biblically states that Christ said, if you believe in me and the works that I do, you would do these works and even greater. And for me, I had a spiritual encounter where the Holy Spirit just arrested me and was like, my people are not living up to the greatness that I've assigned them. And that literally became the mandate for my life. So as a business consultant, my whole purpose is to make sure that people realize that there's greatness within them. But it's there. He built you that way. He made you that way. Charles Metcalf is a associate pastor at Transformation Church in Tulsa. He preached a message that said, "My glitch is my gift." So realizing that there may be a deficiency or something, a speech impediment, a handicap or whatever, that's the gift. Like that right there is enough to make you want to propel, and don't let anything stand in your way. Because if you can, Stevie Wonder, play like this blind, if you can, Ray Charles, play like this blind, if you can, Moses with a speech impediment, lead an entire nation, you are the first Martin Luther, you are the first, one to the Harriet Tubman, to lead a nation into freedom and independence, then who am I with no deficiencies to say I can't?
Right.
So really being able to pull that greatness, out of people and thinking outside the box. I remember back in the day, thinking outside the box seemed as rebellious. If it was not traditional, you do what your daddy did, your daddy's daddy's, your daddy's daddy's daddy, and so on and so forth. That's all we're going to do. This way is the only way. It's the way, the truth, and the light, and nothing else outside of that. And now we are at a day and age where not only is thinking outside the box the mandate in order to even keep up, but all the technology and support and the unity that if we know how to harness that unity, if we know how to bring it together, we'd be so much more impactful. So my responsibility is to at least do what I have control over.
Right.
Like we all have our individual responsibilities. And if we work on that and see collaboration over competition, then the one becomes three, and then the three bring three more on, and and we keep growing from there.
Yeah, no, I mean that's definitely the case. And sometimes you have to coax people into understanding that greatness lies within them. Look, if you want to be, I don't know, X, you can't
Malcolm.
say Malcolm X. If you want to be a NASCAR driver, say, you can't just say, well, I don't know anybody and I don't. Well, the thing is, what are you doing? Do you know where NASCAR drivers hang out? Have you tried to make any network connections?
Have you even done a local stock car race?
Right.
Do you go to the go-kart place?
Yeah, exactly. Have you
hit the track?
Yeah, have you tried?
You got a driver's license.
So you're a receptionist. Well, do they need receptionists up at the speedway?
That NASCAR.
I mean, the thing is, you cannot presuppose that there's only one way to get where you want to go.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you have to build a path.
Right. I did it backwards. I've always been an inquisitive child, and once I got a job, I was always like, I know I would complete my roles and responsibilities as quickly as I could, and then find out what everybody else was doing. How can I help you? But really, I want to know how deep, how wide, and how far can this position that I'm in go? What's the next level of promotion? So from administrative assistant to executive to chief of staff to, so it was always going. In my years in the Pentagon, I literally started off at a child development center all the way up until I finished as a Minister of Defense advisor traveling internationally. Nobody knew that the organization runs that deep, but everything is connected to the next thing. I just took the initiative to find out what was that next thing.
Right. So, I mean, my hope for the show is to sort of bring on air different tips, different avenues people can sort of explore to achieve what it is they want to achieve. And it's so funny because the time of my show, the 3:30 Eastern Standard Time, is usually what people call the afternoon slump. So I want to perk people up, give them a little knowledge, maybe throw in a couple of laughs, some good music, and they can kind of get back onto their day. So that's kind of how I envision it. So the thing is, I want to really impress upon people that knowledge is there. Look, you don't have to buy the book at Barnes and Nobles. Check the library.
Or
Ask Siri,
you
ask
can
Alexa.
go to Kindle or Amazon and purchase Birthing the Greatness Within, Discovering Your Purpose and Passion for Living.
Written by
author
Dr. Bizness.
Dr. Bizness.
Yes.
There you go. There you go.
Are you
Check
going
Amazon.
to tap into resources and people from home in Jamaica?
Yeah, I mean, I have started talking to folks and letting them know that I'm gonna be on the radio, and I'd like to
Highlight some of their music.
highlight
and
the
get their
music.
perspectives.
Right,
and things
because
like
I mean, people think of Jamaica and think of Bob Marley, and they think, well, you know, he just one day got up and he was Bob Marley, and
yeah.
nuh-uh, not exactly.
Right, right.
So, I mean, you can become the next Bob Marley if you want, but you have to put yourself out there. You have
Right.
to keep moving towards that goal and sort of be consistent. If what you want to do is to be a recording artist, then there's some decisions you have to make.
Some sacrifices.
Some sacrifices.
Absolutely.
You mightn't
That
be
is
able
true.
to go hang with the boys every single time.
Right.
Because you might have to be in the studio working on some stuff.
Right.
So if that's what you say you want, and I mean, I'm not telling you what you want. You're telling me this is what
Right,
you want.
Right.
So all I can do is help you with the steps to get what you want. So if you don't like the steps, then maybe that's not what
That's
you want to be.
right.
Maybe you
Right.
should reevaluate.
I want to lose weight, but I want to eat what I want to eat.
Yeah,
When I
and I
wanna
want
eat
to
it,
have
as much
donuts
as I
for
wanna eat it.
breakfast.
Right.
That is not a good
Right.
plan.
But I don't want to work out. So
Yeah.
if you say you want a thing, then if you're going to talk about it, be about it.
Correct.
Or don't talk about it. 'Cause
Right.
Apparently, that's not really a priority for
And
you.
don't talk down to it.
Right.
Because I know many people, if they can't, then they don't want you to either.
Yes.
That's true. Misery
You
loves
know,
company.
Exactly.
And that's the other thing. One of the biggest decisions you could actually make is check your crowd. Who's in your posse?
That's right.
Because if your posse is not aligning with where you want to go, I'm
Right.
here to tell you.
You're not
you
going to
ain't
get
gonna
there. Ain't going to happen.
TD Jakes, I think, said, don't let people that's never been where you're trying to go tell you how to get there.
Right.
It was either him or my mom said that, but I know I got it from one of the two greats.
Right.
right there.
Right. So yeah. So that's the kind of I envision a kind of uplifting show that talks about a variety of different things. Have a variety of different types of guests. Maybe Dr. Business will come on my show one day. You know, and
Absolutely.
kind of just talk about stuff that can help people
Advance to that next level.
advance.
Twerk until it hurts.
No.
Well,
Not that
I mean,
one.
if twerking is your
If
thing,
that's your thing,
And if you getting
then
paid,
you
then
gotta.
if twerking,
Exactly.
they got
I
twerk
mean,
fitness, so she's
Exactly.
making money on
Somebody,
it.
somebody took it and brought it to that level.
Well,
So
and
there's
don't
always
forget,
I was
hope.
thinking outside the box.
What's the name of that rapper? What is her name? Oh, I can't remember
What's she
her
do?
name right now.
Missy Elliott.
Not Missy. Oh no, not old school. Missy Elliott to me is one of the best rappers ever.
Cardi
Right.
B.
Cardi B. Yep. She
was
Stripper.
it? Yeah.
yeah,
Stripper.
and there's nothing, and she
Yeah.
doesn't hide that. That's what
Same
she
thing with
Yeah.
Nene Leakes.
right.
Nene Leakes was one as well.
But that's not what they wanted to be. It's a job they had, and they
Right, it was
used it to get
provision.
where they wanted to be.
Exactly.
Right.
No, I'm not
Stepping stones. Stepping
Stepping
stones.
stone, but I'm not saying everybody's run out to become a stripper. I'm just
Right.
saying if that's
Wherever you are,
what that's the
Right.
thing.
That's your thing.
advance it to the next level. Don't just stagnate there,
Correct.
but
Right.
turn it into wherever it is you want to go. So use it, whatever your talents are, whatever your gifts are.
Correct.
Develop, expand the breadth, the scope. If you want to be a singer, don't just sing, but learn how to write music, learn how to produce
Right.
music, learn other instruments, learn
Right.
everything that's associated with it.
Right. So if you are a great pickpocketer, then
Work
you
for the
have
government.
magic skills. Hey, I'm just saying, don't just pickpocket. Come up with a heist.
Yeah.
Like go all Ocean's 13 on them. Don't do that. Don't be talking about I was the brainchild behind it.
I was
No,
inspired by
but-
guns.
No.
But if you're good at that, maybe surveillance is something you could do.
That is
Because
true.
clearly you could stand beside somebody, check their pocket, and they don't know you're
Be
there.
a private
You
investigator.
know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Definitely.
Make some money for Dr. Business.
Always trying to pimp somebody.
I'm not trying to. I'm giving an opportunity.
For your, you are an opportunist. That is
Exactly.
correct.
We share in the profits and the spoils. That's what we do.
But they do. There's no we when they do all the work. You just collect.
I'm manager. You know.
And another thing that I want to talk about on my show, because it kind of is in line. I know I talk a lot, right? But maybe that's why I'm
you're
starting
good.
this radio opportunity. Is I want to take famous people who people think they're just that great, like Kobe Bryant, or
Dr. Business.
Dr. Business, and you might think that they were
Bless her.
birthed that way.
Humble.
But when you look at what they put in to get
Put in the work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they put in the work. I mean,
Absolutely.
Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan because you know after school
Yeah.
Yeah.
he was shooting. He was
Until
shooting
it hurts.
baskets.
Tiffany Haddish
Until it
is phenomenal
Oh,
to me.
she's another good
She
one to talk about.
is Tiffany. I love you, girl. She ready. Guns ready. That's
Yep.
my girl. Like
Yep.
her and Taraji. Taraji P. Henson.
Yeah.
I really value. I think for me, the value that they don't hide where they came from or what they went through.
Right.
It's not like it never happened. We don't talk about that. We only talk about the good now.
Yeah, one of my favorite people to think about is Jerry Rice. People think he was
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
most running back.
Yes.
But the first 3 years in the NFL, nobody knew his name. He
The
worked.
artist Kim. K-E-M
I
Kim.
love
Yeah.
him.
I love him
Yeah.
because I heard his testimony.
Yep.
Like, and that's why I'm like being able to, I love having a platform where you don't just hear the music, but the story behind it.
Correct.
That is greatness under no stipulation. And I think those people, they literally define what greatness under no stipulation is. This is why they're Guns fans. So, because, you know, he had absolutely nothing. He lost everything. Literally lost everything. And to be picked up just doing what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flavor Flav. He turned a watch into a clock and put it around his neck. And
I'm just saying.
next thing you know,
It just
Who knew? Say, what
Yeah.
time is it?
yeah, boy. yes.
family, we are so excited that you have tuned in. Your show airs again.
Tuesdays, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And the name of it is
Integrity Talk Radio.
Integrity Talk Radio.
Excellent.
Be sure
And
to tune in.
Look for your son's CD coming out.
Emmanuel's CD. It's out on all the streaming media for purchase or streaming, and it is entitled
These last 2 years.
last 2 years.
And
These last 2
Emmanuel,
years.
is it Emmanuel Winter?
Emmanuel Winter.
And winter is spelled with a Y.
Winter is spelled with a Y. That is correct.
WYNTER.
Got it. Definitely. These last 2 years. These last 2 episodes.
Yes. You're tuned in to the Profit and Growth Hour here on WDRB Media.
The voice of the community. Excellent.
Great job.
Very good. I was actually trying to look him up. I was trying to see if he had anything on.
He does have. He pre-released 2 songs on all of the streaming